When you hear the term emotional intelligence, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of people, it's just about being nice. But the real thing, it's so much deeper and honestly way more powerful than that. So let's dive in and really unpack what true emotional intelligence looks like. Okay, so right off the bat, let's just blow up the biggest myth out there. The popular idea is that emotional intelligence means you're a people pleaser, you're always agreeable, you're just nice. But the reality? Oh, it's about awareness and control. It's about being able to truly understand your own emotions and other people's without letting those feelings run the show. We're talking strength here, not softness. All right, so if EI isn't just about being nice, then what is it really? How can you actually spot this in other people or, hey, even in yourself? Well, don't worry, we're going to break it down into 7 really clear, powerful signs you can look for.
So let's jump right in. This first theme really gets to the core of it all. Sign number 1, they are masters of their own reactions. See, things don't just happen to them, they're actively managing what's happening inside them.
And what's so cool about this is how simple it actually is. It's not some complex psychological trick. When things go sideways, instead of that instant fiery reaction, they create a little gap. They pause, they take a breath, and in that tiny little space they've created, they think. They choose their response instead of just giving into a knee-jerk reaction.
And this quote, wow, it just nails it, doesn't it? When you react on impulse, you're basically handing control over to the situation or to the other person. You've just given away all your power. But by choosing how to respond, you hold on to that power. So the key takeaway here is this, that control isn't a sign of weakness, it is the ultimate form of strength.
Okay, so that's what's happening on the inside. But how does that translate to how they interact with the world? Well, that same internal control is exactly what unlocks sign number 2, which is this genuine, authentic ability to understand what other people are feeling. And this goes so far beyond just hearing the words someone is saying. We're talking about real, deep empathy here. Emotionally intelligent people are reading the whole room, not just the script. They're picking up on all the little things, that slight shift in tone, the look behind someone's eyes, the vibe they're putting out. So when a friend says, "Oh, I'm fine," they're the ones who can actually hear the truth behind those words and respond with real compassion. And you'll find that this kind of empathy for other people almost always goes hand in hand with sign number 3, which is a powerful sense of personal accountability. Emotionally intelligent people take responsibility for their part in any situation. This right here, this is the total game changer. When something goes wrong, their first instinct isn't to start pointing fingers or making excuses. Nope. Instead, they look inward and ask themselves this incredibly powerful question. What can I learn from this? They're choosing growth over ego every single time. And that's a huge sign of emotional strength. Okay, let's talk about sign number 4, and this is a big one that people get wrong all the time. They set healthy boundaries. This is proof positive that you can be a kind person and still have a ton of self-respect. The two aren't mutually exclusive. Because sometimes, setting a healthy boundary boils down to this one single, powerful word. People with high EI get that saying no isn't selfish. It's actually essential. It's how they protect their time, their energy, and their mental health. And they can say it without feeling guilty about it. And that's really the whole point, isn't it? Setting a boundary isn't about pushing someone away or being mean. It's a fundamental act of self-respect. It's all about balance. It's that bedrock of self-respect that lets them pull off sign number 5. They stay calm under pressure. When chaos is breaking out all around, they're the calm center of the storm. Just look at the difference here. It's like 2 completely different operating systems for a crisis. The typical path, problem leads to panic, which just creates more chaos. But the emotionally intelligent path is different. They see the problem, and what's their next move? They intentionally slow down. That little bit of space gives them the clarity to focus on finding a solution, not just reacting to the problem. And of course, finding a solution often comes down to our 6th sign, clear, intentional communication. Emotionally intelligent people don't play mind games. They don't expect you to be a mind reader. So what does that actually look like? Well, it's about these 3 things. They can tell you how they feel without making it an attack. They can tell you what they need directly and respectfully, and this is huge, they know how to listen. Like really listen, without jumping in or just waiting for their turn to talk. It's a true two-way street. Okay, so we've gone through 6 signs, but they all stand on one single, powerful foundation.
And this is it, the big one. Sign number 7, they are deeply, truly self-aware. This is the cornerstone that makes all the other signs possible. It all starts with the work they've done to look inward. So, self-aware, what does that even mean in practice? It means they have a really honest, clear picture of themselves. They know their strengths, sure, but they're also not afraid to look at their weaknesses. And most importantly, they know their emotional triggers. They know exactly what buttons can get pushed. That knowledge is their superpower.
And that's really the secret sauce, isn't it? You can't change or control something you don't even understand. Because they've taken the time to map out their own inner world, they have the power to navigate it, to grow, and to become better. All right, so as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a little something to chew on. Thinking back on all 7 of these signs, from controlling your reactions all the way to self-awareness, which one do you think is your greatest emotional strength right now? Just thinking about that is a great first step to making it even stronger.